Hi, welcome to Super Sunday with Coach Pam. So today we're trying something a little different. I took a little hiatus last week, had a really crazy weekend and just didn't get the video equipment out. So not that it's a lot of video equipment, but you know what I mean. I am responding today to several suggestions and requests. The biggest thing that I'm seeing from you guys is, could you take us to the grocery store? How do I go to the grocery store and shop healthy? And I forget that that's really a huge struggle. It's a huge struggle for me. Couple of really huge tips that I want to offer before we venture out. And yes, I'm taking you with me today. If the video seems a little choppy, this is my first experiment in editing, so bear with me, it'll get better. But my first really huge tip is to have a plan in place before you even leave the house. So grab a pad and paper. Yeah, that made sense. A pad and pen, and write down a grocery list. I live in upstate New York, and as I'm taping this, it's the middle of winter. It's cold out. We don't really have as much access to organically grown local foods. So I have to be a little bit more selective in what I do and where I go. So my day consists of several stops to several different places to get the things that I need. Tip 1, write it down. Make a list. Stick to your list. Step 2, and the biggest thing that you need to know walking into any market, even the health food markets, is that it's a business. They're there to make money. So if they can throw something on the end of an aisle like Oreos, 2 for $5, they're doing that on purpose, and it's so that your eye sees it and throws it in your cart because, wow, that's a great deal. Yeah, it may be a great deal, but the food is horrible for you. So that's tip number 2, is to be conscious of what the stores are marketing to you and why. They're out to make money, so pay attention. And number 3 is to kind of be familiar with healthy labels. Remember that there are a lot of big businesses out there that throw a healthy label on something and it's really not that great for you. You have to look at the ingredients, and you'll see me do that quite a bit. I will look at ingredients, and if I see things like fructose or canola oil or just learned safflower oil, things like that, they're not good for you. So put them back on the shelf. As much as you may want that, put it back on the shelf because it's not part of keeping your body clean, and it's going to hinder all the good stuff that you're doing for your body. So those are my 3 tips before we even leave the house, and I'm going to be making a couple stops today. I know I'm going to the food co-op. I need to replenish some of my spices and baking ingredients, and they have a great selection of bulk foods. You'll see me bring my own containers, my own bags, things like that. That's purely optional, but I do encourage it. Good for the environment. And as you'll see when we get home, it makes it a whole lot easier for you. If you bring the container that you normally keep, say, your chia seeds in, when you get home, it's already done. You don't have to re-prep it. Just put it on the counter wherever wherever its place is. So those are a couple things, and I hope this goes well. Stepping outside my comfort zone once again, but I'm really excited to take you guys along for the ride. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this. Guys, we're at my first stop, and here is the food co-op. And I come here to get a lot of my bulk baking supplies or spices, nuts, things like that, because then I can control how much I bring into my house and kind of keep the price down a little bit. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's head on in. So one of our first steps is to go to the counter. If you have containers that you want to use from home directly, you need to go in and have them weighed in so that when you put your bulk ingredients in, you get charged just for the bulk ingredients. So that's where we're headed, customer service first. So I'm still at the co-op, and I'm in the bulk area, and I'm actually looking for something that I found on one of Drew's videos, Lacuma powder. And the beauty of coming to a place like the co-op is there are people who are knowledgeable of what you're looking for when you're not. So it's really easy for me to just stop somebody that works here and they'll find an answer to your question. So that's one of the huge benefits to coming to a co-op versus a regular grocery store or chain store, especially when you're looking for specialty ingredients. So another really great part about going to a co-op or a local health food store is when you can't find something because you live in an area that isn't sourced with readily available stuff, they will help you and 9 times out of 10 order something for you. So I just recently was looking for something called Lacuma powder. Didn't really know what it was, but it was in one of Drew's crazy recipes, and they helped me out here and hooked me up. So it was a special order, but ask questions. It's just like anything else. If you can't find something or having trouble, ask questions, because there's usually somebody there that can help you. So I'm almost done here at the co-op, and then we'll be off to the next destination. Okay guys, so we're at the local ShopRite. It's one of our grocery chains here in upstate New York. I don't really need anything here other than a couple of small items. So what I'm going to do is flip the camera around here, and I'm going to walk you through the perimeter of the store, which is how you should shop. There's only a couple aisles that you should go down, and I will point out the things that you should be aware of, and those are those marketing strategies that they use for you to buy unhealthy things. So here we go on this trip. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is hit the produce area. As you can see, you have quite a variety in your local grocery stores now. I'm sure in other places there are better varieties, but here's, just a sampling of what we have. So this is where I start, and realize that yes, organic is the best way to purchase. However, if you don't have access to organic foods, you can always buy non-organic and just clean or peel the outsides. Those things work really well too. So I need some lemons. And I have salad. I bought salad the other day, so I don't need any of that. Again, perimeter of the store. Really want to stay away from the deli and all that stuff with the processed foods, the pre-cooked. You don't know how much salt, sodium, sugars, added stuff is in there. Cheeses, you want to be really selective about. Remember that dairy is an inflammatory, and I have a weakness there. So we kind of bypass this really quickly along with the bakery aisle. And now you're into your meat section. So if you are not a vegetarian, like myself, I'm a carnivore. I can't resist the butcher. But I do like to go to the butcher and buy select meats. The better the quality, the better that's going into you. And if you can find grass-fed, that's really the best. A lot of your aisles now will have an aisle like this, and it's supposed to be the healthy aisle. It's okay to go down that aisle, but make sure you read your labels and make sure you know where your products are sourced from. A lot of companies like Pepsi-Cola and Coca-Cola and Nestle, just to name a few, they tout that they're healthy, but if you read the ingredients, they're really not all that great for you. So be selective when you do go down this aisle. And then we can continue on through the perimeter of the store. Really want to stay out of these side aisles here. And here's one of my favorite displays. So like I was talking about earlier in the video, 2 for $5. Yeah, 2 for $5 Oreo cookies. Very deceptive. You walk by, you're a little hungry, you want to grab 2 of them because it's a great deal. It's a marketing strategy, guys. Keep walking. That's one of the aisles in particular you really want to avoid. Here's another end cap that has Quaker Chewy granola. And just out of curiosity, let's just grab it and let's see what the ingredients say. So, I can't even find the ingredients. That's really scary. Yeah, granola. Well, look at that. High fructose corn syrup. Bad. That's a really bad thing. Partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. This is just loaded with a whole bunch of crap, and we trust the Quaker name, and we see granola, and we think that it's really great. it's not. So keep walking. Same thing with juices, filled with a lot of crap. So you want to stick really to that perimeter of the store. Try to avoid the prepackaged products, the pre-cooked food that's in packaged products. If you have to go down the freezer aisle, and I do go down the freezer aisle quite frequently, make sure that you read that label and that anything that's in that package isn't, you know, filled with extra preservatives that are no good for you. So here we are in the dairy aisle. I really need my other hand. So I hope that this was helpful, and once we get home, I'll kind of walk you through a couple of juices and a few other things. So talk to you in a bit. Okay, so I'm home and I'm putting my groceries away. I looked through the videos that I did take, and I'm going to get ready to slice them together. I apologize for them being kind of choppy. First go around at this and finding that I really do need to take someone with me who can kind of be a videographer. The other thing too, as you'll see in a lot of my videos, nothing is pre-rehearsed. It's all raw. So when I make little comments like Drew's crazy recipes or whatever, it's because I'm at a loss for words. The recipe that I was trying to get to, I will post the link in. It's for raw vegan protein bars, and they're a really great snack. I'll have some more details in my next portion of this video so that you kind of know where I was at with that. Sometimes I get a little frustrated and I can't find what I'm looking for. It's you know, one of the downfalls of living in a upstate New York where we really don't have access to a lot of things. So they'll get better, and I hope you kind of got an idea of what to avoid at the grocery store, and we'll go from there. So I think that this is going to be the end of my Super Sunday video. I'm running out of time in my day. I will make sure that next week I do some actual meal prep with you. We'll make a juice, we'll make a meal, and I'll show you how to package that off. So have a great week. Thank you for bearing with me, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to me, and all of your ideas are really great, and they give me some guidance as to what you'd like to see and what you need some help on. So yeah, feel free, subscribe to my channel, post some comments down below, or if you're seeing this on Facebook, definitely, you know, post a comment or send me an instant message. This was really fun today, guys, and I really look forward to doing something a little bit more quality next time. Thanks for bearing with me. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next Sunday.